Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Garrett DJ Deuce. Got another pickup video for you guys. It is Sunday, February 1st, 2015. This video is actually going to cover 2 weeks worth of pickups. There were some pickups last week and some pickups this week combined into one big video, so tons of material to cover, including 2 awesome Craigslist deals that I did 2 weeks ago, both in Denver. One involving PS4 that I showed you guys in the last video. I traded that for something that I didn't have in my collection. And the other trade was this bad boy behind me. This is a Nintendo Wii kiosk, and it came with pretty much everything that a Wii kiosk comes with. I'll get into more details about the trades later on in the video, so stay tuned. Let's actually cover the Wii kiosk trade right now. I'm going to cut over to a video that will cover the Wii kiosk up close and personal. Alright, so this is the Nintendo Wii kiosk that I picked up in Aurora, not Denver actually. This was a Craigslist ad that popped up and I happened to see it. This guy was basically trying to get rid of kiosks in his basement to make space. So he got rid of this one, and I believe he had an Xbox original one he mentioned. Anyways, this took about 4 days of negotiation, and after finally agreeing on a deal which involved trade and cash, I drove down to Aurora, checked it out, and we were both happy with the deal. So he even helped me load it up in the car too. So it came with this Samsung TV. The upper neon and middle neon lights were giving me fits at first. I took the kiosk apart. It was flickering on and off every once in a while. So I went inside the kiosk and I found a loose wire in the chain of fluorescent light bulbs in here. So I ended up taping those up nice and tight, and now these stay on consistently. So it came also with a backwards compatible Wii with Mario Party 9 inside. Still need to find a demo disc for this. There's the Mario Party 9 removable side marquee art. Behind it is instructions on how to use the Wii. It actually came with the instructions, the keys, a special tool to open up the back, and 4 sets of Wiimotes and nunchucks. This platform here is slightly yellowing, but you can't really tell when all the lights are on and whatnot, so it's not a big deal. Maybe one day I'll try to de-yellow it. And there is the post part of the kiosk. And then the base of it has seen its better days, but I'm assuming this is all just from moving it from place to place. So. And there's Mario just kind of chilling over there. But anyways, after 4 days of tough negotiations, I am finally glad to add this to the Nintendo room. Alright, so let's cover the second trade that I did in Denver. This involved a PS4 that I showed you guys in the last pickup video, along with a copy of Madden 15. So I traded that to a collector in Denver, and in return, I got a complete in box Sega CDX. When I say complete, it's got everything except for the instruction manual. So, not entirely complete, but still happy to have this added to my collection. I do have a loose one that's already been traded to another collector, and I'll show you what I got from that. It came with the Sega Classics, the Sonic CD, and Echo the Dolphin CD. The CDX is in awesome shape. All original power brick and AV cables. And the box is in pretty decent shape too. So very happy with this. He also threw in a couple of games as well. I got Sonic Spinball. Got a copy of Joe Montana's NFL Football with the manual. Copy of Mega Race. Final Fight CD. And finally, The Amazing Spider-Man. Alright, so what happened to the loose CDX that I had? I ended up trading that to another collector named Jesse, who expressed strong interest in it after seeing that I picked up one complete in box. This is the same guy that gave me a sealed copy of Gigawing last month. So he also wanted my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the original Xbox that I found a couple of weeks ago as well. So for those 2 items, I got the following. I got a complete in box copy of Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu for the Game Boy Advance. A copy of Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend for the PlayStation 3. Raiden 4, and it also came with the music soundtrack as well. Got a copy of Stretch Panic. Finally, he bought a copy of PTO 4 because he knew I was looking for this one to add to my PS2 set. So he paid like $3 for this, so I just gave him the money back when we met up. So thanks, Jesse, for looking out for this title for me. And then finally, what I traded the CDX for. This is a complete in box Sega Saturn. I don't have this model. I have the other model complete in box, but I don't have this one in complete in box. It comes with everything as well. It's got the inner styrofoam. It's got the instruction manuals. The system's well taken care of. All hookups and everything. The box is pretty clean. Can't complain. Very happy. And I'm very glad that CDX went to a good home as well. This is much appreciated. Thank you very much for the trades, Jesse. Alright, so I met up with the homie Vernon 6th Gen who came back from deployment. He was in Liberia for 2 months. Well, actually Liberia in 1 month and 1 month in quarantine in Washington. So when he got back, I helped him, buy some shelves and whatnot and move it because I had an SUV. And when I got to his house, he had a couple of shelves that were filled with items that he was going to throw on Amazon. So I picked out a few things and I asked him how much for all of it, and he said $30. So for $30, I got hooked up really good. So thanks, Vernon, for the deals. He gave me a copy of Star Trek for the Vectrex. I don't have a Vectrex, so maybe that's motivation for me to start looking for one. He gave this to me for free. It's a Wing Gundam. It's a model. It's already made. So that was a freebie. He also gave me a copy of Stretch Panic. And it's funny because I got a copy of Stretch Panic from Jesse in a trade. But this one actually has the manual, so, glad to get this one. The other one will be up for trades. Got a copy of Gradius 3 and 4. I think I already have this, so this is also up for trades. The Simpsons Wrestling for the PS1. We've got an empty case for Toomba. The game's not in here, but I need the case because I have a loose disc of this. Pigskin Footbrawl for the Sega Genesis. This is a rare title. And finally, Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Echoes, the demo disc. I already have this, but this is in the Metroid Prime GameCube variant box that I have, so now I have one to display on the shelf as well. So thanks, Vernon, for the trades as always. I'm going to be meeting up with him tonight to watch the Super Bowl at his house, and he told me to bring a big trade box, so I'm hoping to get some pretty good trades tonight from him as well. So thanks again for the hookups, bro. All right, let's go over some eBay pickups. I've been picking up a lot of PS2 titles lately on eBay because I am trying to go for the full PS2 set. So a lot of these are titles that I have not been able to find in the wild. So I'm going to have a couple of videos covering 3 different waves of pickups that I've grabbed from eBay. So check it out. Alright, so what we have here is the first wave of PS2 games that I've gotten from eBay. Going for a full PS2 set. Hopefully I can get that complete by the end of the year. So whatever titles that I'm having difficulty finding out in the wild, I go ahead and hop on eBay, and if the price is right, I'll pick it up. A lot of these titles can range from $2 up to as much as $15–20. Just depends on what it is. I think it's a lot more cost effective for me to just, grab the titles that I'm having difficulty finding out in the wild, as opposed to wear and tear on my car and gas. So let's go ahead and start from the top going left to right. A lot of these I got from JJ Games. They're really, really cheap. I'm not sure how they do it. Maybe they do combined shipping or whatnot. But they make their money. So we'll start with NBA Hoops, Monsters vs. Aliens, Made Man, Salt Lake 2002, SSX on Tour, MLB Slugfest 2003, NBA Live 2002, Torino 2006, Tribes Aerial Assault, Suganai, Winning 11-8, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2001, F1 Championship Season 2000, Nihao Kailan Super Game Day, Forever Kingdom, Guilty Gear Isuka, Playboy the Mansion, The King of Fighters 2006, Secret Service, Stella Deuce, Major League Baseball 2K6, Unison, The Sims, Aeon Flux, Drakengard 2, Samurai Champloo Sidetracked, Siren, Sub Rebellion, UEFA Euro 2004. That is a sealed copy of McFarlane's Evil Prophecy. We got Street Hoops, Gungrave Overdose, Major League Baseball 2K7, Monster Rancher Evo, Dual Hearts, the Digital Devil Saga Deluxe Box Set. Finally, we've got the SpongeBob SquarePants Happy Square Double Pack. And I found a demo disc for my PS2 kiosk. I'm not sure which one this is, but it was super cheap. So I'm probably going to try and find these on eBay as I search for other titles. I'm not really in a big rush to get these, but eventually I want to get the whole set of these for the kiosk as well. So that concludes the first wave of PS2 titles that I got from eBay. Alright, so this is the second wave of PS2 titles that I picked up from eBay. We'll start off with the Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War Flight Stick Bundle. And then, of course, more sports titles. NBA Live 2003, NBA Live 2001, MLB 10 The Show, SWAT Global Strike Team, Pipe Mania, The Muppets Party Cruise, and finally, Echo Night Beyond. So here's my PS1 collection. As you can see, it extends out to complete in box consoles. It's a PS2 kiosk. And this is the reason why I've been picking up a lot of PS2 titles on eBay lately. I want to go for the full set. So most of all those eBay titles are primarily filler titles. There's a couple of more titles that I still need, like Rule of Rose and Kuon and a few other select RPGs, and then I'll go for the big box sets as well. So this is the reason why I've been picking up tons of PS2 titles, either out in the wild recently or on eBay, trying to get this set complete before the end of the year. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. Okay, let's cover some eBay pickups that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I bought these two. These are actually empty boxes. One was an empty box for a Game Gear, and the other box was for a Power Back. These boxes came in one single lot, and the lot cost, I think, $32, which included shipping. So I did have a loose Game Gear to pop in there, and a loose Power Back. So now this is my very first complete-in-box Sega Game Gear. Also got a Resident Evil 4 GameStop Special Edition for the GameCube. It actually did not come with that. It came with some cool-looking artwork, a Brady Games Resident Evil Prologue book, and finally the Resident Evil 4 game. The discs inside are in mint condition, so I'm glad to add this to the GameCube collection. I also have a copy of Skygunner for the PS2. These two games were in a single lot. I believe this was $44 for both games. It's Monachemia, Alchemists of Alrevis, and Monachemia 2, Fall of Alchemy, and this is the deluxe edition. Finally, got a copy of Mark Echo's Getting Up. This is a limited edition tin box version. Try to do this with one hand, and I'm failing. So it basically comes with the game. Comes with a Sharpie, the making of and the music CD for the game. Also comes with a piece book that has artwork from the game, as well as blank pages in the back for doing tagging and pieces. And finally, a sealed copy of the game. Alright, so this next pickup comes from my boss, actually. During Christmas, he texted me a picture of something Nintendo related, and he had said, "Hey, how much do you think this is worth?" And I asked him why. And he was like, "Because my stepmom and my dad were going through their attic, and they found this stuff along with some of their other older gaming console systems, and I'm just wondering because they were thinking about selling it." And I was like, "Well, I'd like to buy it. This is something that I don't have in my collection, so how much are they asking?" So he, went back to them, and they said, "Well, how about 65 including shipping?" That includes shipping, actually. So I was like, "Yeah, sold. That's pretty cheap." So for 65 bucks, I got a complete in box Super Nintendo. This is the mini version of the Super Nintendo. It came with a bunch of games, and everything's in there. Styrofoam, whatnot, pretty clean. It did not come with the Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island game pack, but it did come with a copy of Super Mario World. Put that in there. It also came with Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge. This is a Super Scope game. PGA Tour 96, Fatal Fury, and finally a copy of Primal Rage. So it came with 5 games, and I think there was a game missing. I think I might have traded out one of the games already. And it also came with a bunch of instruction manuals. Killer Instinct, Super Metroid, Super Star Wars, the instruction manual for the Super Nintendo Mini, some KI brochure that probably comes with the instruction manuals for the console. And finally, this is the instruction guide for Yoshi's Island. It doesn't have the front cover. I think it came with another game, but I think I've already traded that out to somebody. So I think it came with 6 games, though. So once again, thanks to my boss for hooking it up, as always. Last year sometime, one of his friends passed away, so he asked me if I was interested in an Xbox 360 neon light sign, and he gave that to me for free. So my coworkers are always looking out for me for anything game related, so I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. And that's that. Alright, so a couple of weeks ago, I went to the flea market with the homie Vernon 6th Gen, and he found some awesome deals there. I only found 2 things, but still there are, some items that I'm happy to add to my collection. We'll start off with this Slave 1 ship. This is the original 1981, excuse me, Kenner toy. It's missing the cockpit cover, as well as the rear and side hatches. The guy wanted like 20 bucks for this, and I told him that I would have to go out and look for the missing parts to make this complete. So we agreed on a price of $15. So very happy to have this. I had one of these as a kid. Big Star Wars fan, by the way. Also found a copy of Tales of Symphonia Chronicles for the PS3. I bought these from the Boyer brothers. They own a store in Pueblo, and they go to the flea market in Colorado Springs. So whenever they bring merchandise from their stores, it's always half off of what it's priced. So this was originally stickered at $19.99, but I got this for 10 bucks. Also went to the DAV, and I found a copy of Super Mario Sunshine. Anything that's not priced is automatically $2.98. So it could be a sports game, or it could be a title like this. Regardless of what it is, if it's not marked, it's $2.98. Also picked up a copy of Constantine at a Goodwill. This title was $1.99, but it was 30% off, I believe, because it was a green tag. So this ended up costing me $1.49. Went to another Goodwill and picked up a couple of sealed copies of games. 2 of these were priced at $3.99 and 1 was priced at $2.99. And these are all factory sealed. So I got a copy of Medal of Honor Rising Sun for the PS2, Intellivision Lives for the original Xbox, and Triggerman for the original Xbox. Went to an independent records and picked up a sealed copy of Jammer Lammy for the PS1. This was $9.99, but it is factory sealed. And finally, went to a little hole-in-the-wall thrift store and picked up a bunch of loose CDs for 50 cents a piece. We've got Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Powers Battle, The Fifth Element, and I don't think this is going to play because it's got a gash on the top side, Renegade Racers, the Game Shark CDX for the PlayStation, Delta Force Urban Warfare, Cardinal Sin, 3 Extreme, Disruptor, Area 51, Tennis, Mort the Chicken, Official PlayStation Magazine 31, Namco Museum Volume 3, and finally a copy of Air Combat, 50 cents a piece. Alright, so let's cover some pickups that I did at the Arc off of Austin Bluffs a couple of weeks ago. This is the same Arc that I got the Bloody Roar Extreme, pretty cheap. I got the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for $1.99. Just tons of good titles there for on the cheap. So when I went there a couple weeks ago, they definitely did not disappoint. I found a copy of Riven, the sequel to Myst, and I picked this up for $3.99. I found a complete in-box copy of Chrono Cross in the CD section, and this was $4.99. They had some controllers in the electronics section. One was priced, one was not priced. The GameCube controller was priced at 99 cents. This one was not priced, so I asked them, I told them this one didn't have a price, so they just scanned in this twice. So I bought both of these controllers for $2, and I think it was 16 cents, so like $2.16 for both of these. Alright, so they also had this, a bunch of stuff in this little Ziploc bag, which was priced at $4.99. And in this Ziploc bag was an Xbox 360 MIDI controller. And so this is for the Pro Guitar on Rock Band 3. This attaches to any 6-string guitar and converts it so that it can work within Rock Band 3. So when I saw this, I got really excited because whoever donated this probably donated the guitar as well. And that real 6-string guitar can go upwards of $150. So, the MIDI control adapter came with this manual, and this is what got me excited when I saw the Stratocaster instruction manual. Now, this is the official Fender guitar that they made for Rock Band 3 on the 360. So when I saw this, I asked them, did someone donate a guitar along with this other stuff? And they said they didn't know. So I looked around the entire store trying to find this guitar. So unfortunately, I think whoever donated, the MIDI controller, the MIDI adapter for that guitar, probably sold that either separately on Craigslist or like Guitar Center, or even kept it because it's a real 6-string. That Ziploc bag also had a Guitar Hero. It looks like the instructions for the guitar, as well as some stickers for the guitar. And it also came with Rock Band 3 in the Ziploc bag. So that entire bundle of stuff in that Ziploc bag was $4.99. I also found a bunch of Master System games at that same Arc. These were $3.99 a piece. So this is Hang On and Safari Hunt, Choplifter, and finally Rocky. Also found a Sega Genesis game there for $3.99. This is M1 Abrams Battle Tank. Went to a different arc off of Northern Academy, and I found a copy of Space Cavern for the Atari 2600. This was $4.99, but it was half off. Yellow was half off, so this only cost me $2.50. Alright, so I was browsing on Craigslist one day, and I found an ad that said 20 bucks for Sega Genesis that's kind of broken and a bunch of games, and there was a picture of it. So here's the ad for that. So I text messaged the guy, and he finally text messaged me after an hour later saying he still had it, so I asked for his address, met up with him. I didn't even bother to ask what games were in there because the pictures that he provided was really blurry. But for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. It's a pretty decent risk to take, and there might be some gems in there. So anyways, went there, picked it up, was very happy with what was in the bundle, so check it out. Alright, so here is that Sega Genesis lot that I picked up for 20 bucks on Craigslist. Again, as I was saying, the ad was about 3 hours old when I first saw it. Did not think I had a chance at getting this, especially for the price. So I texted the guy and asked him if he still had the stuff. Almost an hour later, he texts back saying yes, he does. I asked him for his address, told him I got it at 5, and we met up, and I looked through some of the games, but I was like, okay, cool. Gave him the 20 bucks and bounced. So this lot came with 4 controllers, all the hookups. The Sega Genesis Model 3 is kind of hit and miss. I tested it, and you kind of have to fiddle around with the inside to make it stay on. So that's probably shot. I'm not even going to try and repair it. But the games make up for everything else. So it came with 33 games: Arcade Classics, Super WrestleMania, Home Alone 2, Mortal Kombat 2, Primal Rage. What is this? This is NFL Football 94. 2 copies of Sonic the Hedgehog, Spider-Man and X-Men Arcade's Revenge, Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, 2 copies of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Arch Rivals, Sega Sports World Series Baseball 96, 2 copies of Miss Pac-Man, Aladdin, Williams Arcade's Greatest Hits. I believe this is RBI Baseball 4. Yep. That's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Altered Beast, Sonic Spinball, X-Men 2, Contra Hardcore, LHX Attack Chopper, NHL 94, Fatal Fury, Bulls vs. Lakers and the NBA Playoffs, NBA Live 97, Madden 97, and Madden 95. So all this stuff for 20 bucks. Alright, let's go over some pawn shop pickups, some thrift store pickups. I did an indoor flea market pickup. I went to Entertainmart and got a few things. So let's cover those pickups next. We'll start off with a fast cash pawn. I picked up all these games for $22 out the door. So I got each one of these PS2 titles for $3 a piece, and I got this for $10. This is the Harry Potter collection. It comes with all 3 Harry Potter games. And one of them is actually factory sealed. It's the Prisoner of Azkaban that's factory sealed. So 10 bucks for this. Also for $3 a piece, I got a copy of Resident Evil Dead Aim, Nobunga's Ambition, Cars Mater National Championship, and Warriors Orochi. 22 bucks. Alright. Went to a Goodwill off of South Circle and picked up 4 games for a total of $10.52. And that is Rayman 2 for the PlayStation 1, NHL Hits 2003, Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder 2, and finally SSX 3. I believe the yellow tags were half off, green was 30% off, and red was not. Alright, so I went to an indoor flea market and found 2 sealed PS2 games. The first one is Splinter Cell, and that's factory sealed, and a copy of Future Tactics Uprising. I got both of these for $5 plus tax. Went to an independent records and found a couple of PS2 titles I didn't have. The first one is World Rally Championship and Spyro, A Hero's Tale. So both of these costed me $11.28. This was marked at $2.99, but I had 3 points, so they was actually half off. So this only costed me $1.49. So both of these in total, this was $8.99. So both of these costed me $11.28. All right, went to an Entertainment and I spent a total of $45.17 for these 3 items. The first item is the 25th anniversary Super Mario All-Stars. This is the special edition. This actually was $29.99, which is a pretty good deal for this. I've already got this, so this is going to be trade bait or flipping to, make some money back from it. Also got a copy of Alone in the Dark. This comes with the bonus disc. I have a copy of this already, the single disc edition, so had to pick up the one with the bonus disc. And finally, Fight Club for the PS2. So $45.17 for those. Alright, so I went to this hole-in-the-wall thrift store. It's really, really hard to spot because it's sandwiched between 2 buildings, but I know it's there. So every once in a while, I'll stop there every month because it takes about a month for them to restock stuff that I haven't seen already. So when I walked in there, they had a sale. Everything game-related was $1 a piece. So I got all 10 of these games for $10.76. So I have Castlevania Lament of Innocence, The Mummy Returns, NHRA Championship Drag Racing, Impact Racing for the Sega Saturn, no front cover, but it's got the side artwork and the back artwork, Die Hard Trilogy for the PS1, The Land Before Time, Return to the Great Valley, Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX for the Dreamcast, Namco Museum Volume 3, Greatest Hits, Pokemon Heart Gold, and finally, Sylvester and Tweety in KG Capers. So each one of these were $1 a piece, $10.76 in total. Alright, so I went to GameSource yesterday to take a look at their PS2 and PS1 titles. So here is some video coverage of those pickups. Alright, so here are the games that I picked up from GameSource today. I love going to GameSource when I want to pick up a bunch of filler titles for the PS1 and the PS2 that I don't have. They run a special on PS2 games every day, every month, all year. So it's buy one, get one free on the PS2 and the original Xbox. And unfortunately, that sale doesn't apply to the PS1 titles. So I try to go real cheap on the PS1 titles. The titles that I picked up today can range from 99 cents all the way to $4.99. And there were 2 non-common titles that I picked up for the PS1 in this batch as well. So let's get started. Alright, so on the left we got Namco Museum that I bought, and I got the Haunted Mansion for free. Pac-Man World 3 I bought, and I got the Sims 2 Castaway for free. World Heroes Anthology was the one I bought, and Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses was the one I got for free. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja 4. That was the one I bought, and I got Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 1. This is actually a double, so this will be trade bait, or I will probably just resell that to get some of my money back. Suikoden, this one I picked up for $19.99. Battle Arena Toshinden 3 I picked up for $9.99. And then here begins all the common titles and sports and whatnot. 3 Extreme, Big Strike Bowling, Air Hockey, VMX Racing, FIFA Soccer 97, NFL Blitz, Tennis, David Beckham Soccer, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2000, 007 Tomorrow Never Dies, Racing, MTV Skateboarding, Revolt, Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, Warzone 2100, Destruction Derby Raw, Colony Wars 3 Red Sun, Sheep, that was actually $3.99, and finally, Miracle Space Race. Alright, so this next pickup is from an Easy Pawn off of North Academy. I have a contact there named Miguel who hooks it up every time I go there. I haven't been there in a couple weeks, so I decided to stop by there randomly, and they had some pretty good stuff. So I pulled some PS2 titles, some PSP titles, and a couple of other things. And after about 15 minutes of waiting for manager approval and whatnot, I finally got everything for 25 bucks out the door. So we'll start off with some PSP titles. Got a copy of Mamana. Actually, this is a second copy of Mamana. I got one in a trade from Casey the Game Nerd, so this is actually a double. We got 30 Half-Minute Hero. This is also a double. I've already got this in my collection. Soul Calibur, Broken Destiny. This is also a double. Rainbow Islands Revolution. Me and My Katamari. I think I have this one already. If not, then this is a double. Also got a complete in box Spyro Season of Flame for the Game Boy Advance. A copy of Super Spike Volleyball and Nintendo World Cup. I have a the sports set, I believe, that does not have the carts. So when I saw this, I had to pick it up so I can complete that Nintendo bundle. And a couple of common PS2 titles and some obscure ones as well. Giant Citizen Kabuto, Victorious Boxers, Ippo's Road to Glory, Max Payne. I have the Greatest Hits, so this is a black label. This is going to be replacing the Greatest Hits copy that I have. Shadow of Destiny. This is a double. I have this one already. MX vs. ATV Untamed. Again, I have the Greatest Hits copy of this, so trying to get those Greatest Hits replaced with black labels. And finally, Call of Duty 3 Special Edition. This is only available in Greatest Hits. I have not seen a black label copy of this, so this is only available on Greatest Hits. Alright, so I did a couple of trades with some fellow YouTubers. The first one was Casey the Game Nerd. I traded him some Nintendo Wii games, which included like Horse's Life or something and a bunch of other bonus materials. And so in return, he sent me 3 PSP games. He sent me Star Ocean's Second Evolution, Mimana, and finally Disgaea, Afternoon of Darkness. He also threw in some Capcom stickers. These are pretty cool. I love the Mega Man one here. And he threw in some cardboard little figures. This one is Mario, and of course the Golden Flower. So thanks for the trades, Casey. Looking forward to the next one. We've got another trade in progress, so I should get that one on Monday. I also did a trade with the homie Retro Rad. I gave him a bunch of Nintendo manuals and a bunch of other things that he could sell on eBay to recoup from something that he purchased recently. So he was trying to get some money back for that. So I threw in some pretty good manuals, like I think Die Hard for the NES was one of the manuals, I believe Bomberman, and a couple other rare manuals, and I threw in just a ton of extras too. So in return, he gave me a ton of Sega Saturn CDs. We'll start off with the loose discs. This is Baku Baku, Astal, Sonic 3D Blast, Earthworm Jim 2. And those are just the loose discs. I also got a copy of Madden 97. No front cover, nothing, but it has the back artwork and the side artwork. Also got a copy of Robotica, Worldwide Soccer, Alone in the Dark, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Myst, Blazing Dragons, Croc, and finally Last Gladiators. Trying to rebuild my Sega Saturn collection slowly, so I appreciate the trades, guys. Looking forward to doing more with you guys. Alright, so I just got back home from watching the Super Bowl game at the homie Vernon, 6th Gen Hardy's house. While I was there, I did some trades with him. I brought a big trade box with me. So we did some trading, and I traded a bunch of stuff to him, and here's what I got. We'll start off with Test Drive Eve of Destruction for the Xbox. Got a couple of PS2 titles that I didn't have. NBA Ballers Phenom, Reservoir Dogs, Gallop Racer 2004, World Destruction League Thunder Tanks, Hummer Badlands, The Shield, and finally, Woody Woodpecker. Also picked up a Game Shark Pro version 3.2 from him. A sealed copy of Madden 12. This game is actually going up in price because this is the last Madden game for the PSP. Got an empty case for Vagrant Story. He gave this to me for free. This is Blip, the original game, the digital game, excuse me. I grew up on a lot of these little handhelds, like the like the football game, the baseball game, and whatnot. So, very glad that he kicked this in for free. And he also hooked it up with 2 Gundam models. This is from the Endless Waltz series, and this is the Tall Goose 3. I paid him $20 for this special edition. This is called Damage Inc. It's a collector's edition game for the PS3. Finally, a huge stack of loose discs. I'm going to go through these very fast, so bear with me. We've got City Crisis for the PS2, Crash Team Racing PS1, Sword of the Berserk for the Dreamcast, Eggs of Steel for the PS1, Resident Evil 2, these are both discs for the PS1, Evolution for the Dreamcast, Nightmare Creatures 2 for the Dreamcast, Saga Frontier 2 PS1, Gauntlet 7 Sorrows PS2, Parasite Eve Disc 1 PS1, F1 Grand Prix, Fighter Maker, a import copy of Dragon Ball Final Bout for the PS1, Jupiter Strike, WWF SmackDown, that's the greatest hits, and the Black Label, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, Mary-Kate and Ashley Magical Mystery Mall. We've got PlayStation Underground Jam Pack, got a PlayStation Magazine, Pizza Hut Disc 2, Jam Pack Demo Disc, another Jam Pack Demo Disc, Pizza Hut Disc 1, the Pizza Hut Standalone Demo CD, another copy of the PlayStation Underground Jam Pack, as well as another one, PlayStation Underground Disc 2, and this is a interactive sampler pack, PlayStation Magazine, Resident Evil Code Veronica Disc 2 for the Dreamcast, Daytona USA for the Sega Saturn, Armored Core 2 for the PS2, Capcom Classics Collection, Capcom Fighting Evolution, Black Label for Tekken 5, and then we've got Sewer Shark for the Sega CD. This is the demo, not for resale CD. Microcosm for the Sega CD. This is the Sega Screams Volume 1 CD for the Saturn. Another not for resale copy of Sewer Shark for the Sega CD, as well as Tomcat Alley. Crazy Taxi 2 for the Dreamcast. Outrigger. RPG Maker for the PS1. Toy Commander for the Dreamcast, Army Men Sarge's Heroes, Crazy Taxi, The Punisher for the original Xbox, another PlayStation Magazine demo CD, another PS1 interactive CD sampler, Unreal Championship 2 for the original Xbox, Rygar for the PS2, another copy of Sewer Shark for the Sega CD. I believe this is the Getaway Black Monday for the PS2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus for the original Xbox. Wings of War. Virtual Cop, the not for resale for the Sega Saturn. Hidden and Dangerous for the Dreamcast. Crazy Taxi for the Dreamcast. Another copy of Hidden and Dangerous for the Dreamcast. This is a Jam Pack Volume 11 demo disc for the PS2. This is a Jam Pack Summer 2002 demo disc for the PS2. Another Jam Pack demo disc Volume 10. Wild Metal for the Dreamcast. Blade 2 for the original Xbox. Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. Dakar 2 for the original Xbox. And finally, Wii Deca Sports. So thanks again for the trades. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up all the pickups for the past 2 weeks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and always don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you guys next week.